Baby, good and good. A little bit of water. 7 people. 7 people. Might be a little too much information today. Oh, let's get through what we can get through today. And then patrons, hold on to your butts. Well, don't really hold on to your butts, but you know what I mean. Put that music. One more louder? Yeah. Hello, everybody. So, it's done. It's done. The hypnosis took place. 3rd time in my life. I wanted to go into a full-blown channel to really get the answers that we are looking for right now. Welcome, Alexander Mazzone, Galactic Tarot. Please gently press the like button and the subscribe button. We do this every week with bells on. I freaking love you guys so very much. Put the glasses on. No, don't put the glasses on. We want to see your eyes. Oh, boy, okay, let's go. Okay, my family, let's do this. Let's do this. Okay, so never mind. He still checks on directions when he's the only one in those sections, if you know what I mean. We'll be talking about that later too. That right there. So let's do this. We're gonna drop the cards. Let's get right on into your galactic update. So if you're watching this live, I'm gonna put this hammer right here. Right there. That is your spoiler alert. Okay. If you do not want to hear about Thor, Love, and Thunder, I would like for you to back out now. So I'm going to just quickly touch base on this before going over the some of the information from the hypnosis, which you will get all of it, my family, on Patreon. Thank you so much for your support. So this, for now, is your spoiler warning about bam. It's lovely disclosure movie. Okay, how is this disclosure? Hey, just spit. Okay. How is this disclosure? Okay, well, this is how it's disclosure. Alexander speaks about things with you lovely, yummy people here live, and then those things come up in the movies, okay? So let's just touch base on a little bit, all right? So if you're still here, you're ready for your spoiler warnings. You've already gotten your spoiler warning. Here come the spoilers. Okay, will what I'm saying ruin the movie? I wouldn't want to hear it, so I would back out, and when you see that the hammer's no longer up, you can just travel on back in. You can lower the volume, you can mute it, and wait till I take the hammer down, and then you will know that I am no longer speaking of these things. If you come in after this moment and you already get things spoiled, I apologize ahead of time. But I choose not to wait a couple weeks when I keep saying, did you watch it yet? And I'm just waiting. I'm going to just rip it now. So first thing first, when I saw the preview, I saw Thor come to some realization. He looked like he was meditating in front of the tree. Yes, he was. They actually used the word meditation. That is the Hanged Man card. I know no other person talking on YouTube spotted that, and I was accurate when you see it. So just a little bit of toot before I get going here. What else did they talk about? A lot of the things that have been coming up in the past weeks was Alexander having to return certain powers that he's been using that were the powers of the gods, of these gods. We'll call them little g gods. And this was literally in the movie. This was actually in the movie. People using the god's energy, like, Jane using Thor's hammer and watching him so sad, watching him process this and go through this like breakup almost with his own energy, with his own peace. So it's like, it's that once again, that was fascinating to me. The most fascinating thing was many of you were here in May. Many of you were here in May when I spoke with the patron group, and I said how we were going to Jupiter. This is done once and for all. And that was when, just before that mission, the name Jove came through. What is Jove? Jove is the name of God in the Bible. In the old Bible, this was spelled Jove. No correlation to Dove, the dove, or maybe there is. So when we speak of this Jove, okay, hammer's still on the table, family. Hammer's still on the table. When we speak of this Jove, it was this whole thing about Zeus and what was taking place on Jupiter and our sexual energy being harvested. I spoke about this all the way back in 2017. The videos kept being taken down. I went live over and over again on Facebook, just noticing this and wanting to add what has taken place to the collective consciousness, not knowing what was going to come through on a later date, on this later date of pre-May. Pre-May, we see things need to be balanced, things need to be done, and our energy needs to be reclaimed from this planet. So I was fascinated to watch Zeus be struck down by his own lightning bolt, to watch Zeus's energy be used against him. Once again, they show up and they take Zeus's lightning bolt and they use it against him. Like, this is exactly what I've been talking about and saying how this is the problem. And we have our own tools. We have our own energies. We have our own armors. We have our own weapons that aren't even weapons, my family. We have our own skill sets that we do not need to be borrowing from these other people. More fascinating information from the movie. What have I been saying for the past 6 months? Pray, to be preyed upon, to pray to these gods. We're feeding them. And this is literally in there. The very first thing that makes the antagonist go dark is the fact that he's praying to the god, and the god says you only exist to suffer and to pray to us so we can get your energy. Like, is anyone finding that, like, this fascinating as I am, that like 5 things that we spoke about and what's been taking place in the collective, or maybe not in the collective, but the upper dimensional collective of the people that came here to do work, the people that came here to save this planet once and for all, the people that came here to feed off of their own soul, to feed in a way that they are not taking, that we are sharing. That we are using our energy to help this planet, to build the proper grid, to remove what is no longer necessary. Okay, so from there, we're done for that for now. Okay, Thor, spoiler alert's over. Okay, unmute your microphones, my family. Unmute your speakers or whatever it is. Raise your volume back up. We're here. Okay, so let's keep on going. This was all validated many times, all this stuff with Zeus and all this stuff with Jupiter and all this stuff with what was taking place in the sky. I mean, there's even a bracelet on the website called the Sky God. So now seeing what I've been processing, this whole, which was one of the main things. I'm not going to get into the other thing. We're saving that for the patrons. Eventually, I will get to that for you. Here's what I would like to get to now. This place called Tartarus, where the gods were locked up. First of all, one of the gods that was locked up, you can't lock out Heliod. I'm sorry. Like, after sitting with his energy last night, after seeing his glory, and after seeing this, like, basically this god, I'll give him a bigger G, not a full-size G, but this god of light, okay? And once again, of course, it's connected to hell. Hell Iod. So funny. These connections to the words and what's evil and what's bad, and these things being twisted and twisted throughout this reality. So when we read things, when we see things, they think they're evil, we think they're dark. Same thing with the swastika being used by the Nazis, and the Iron Cross being used by all these biker gangs, and pointy hats used by the KKK, and all the things that have been proposed to you and shown to you. By the way, my friend, the Georgia Guidestones have been destroyed as of last week. So somebody shot an RPG out the window of their car, and the Georgia Guidestones are gone. So if you liked the Georgia Guidestones, we would like you to kindly unsubscribe. No, just joking, but seriously though, unsubscribe. Anyways, moving on. So as I sat with this and I saw what was actually taking place in space, because it was hard light. It was basically a form of light, which was lightning, that Zeus was using to actually keep everything at bay. This grid that was built, that was no longer necessary, that was built upon lies, that was organic intelligence. You're not going anywhere. Let's be honest. Okay. This grid that was built to actually keep everything in the void, not actually in the void, but outside of this area of time and space. This is how this was done. These gods and goddesses were pushed out, and then this grid was put up because it didn't make sense why these giant beings, these bigger beings, these titans, weren't here anymore. They could be, they could be talked to outside of the grid, but they were no longer here because of the grid of light that was formed in this form of lightning, that was formed in this form of electricity to keep certain things away. So I'm not sure if I talked about this on YouTube. I know I talked about it to the patrons. They'll know what I'm talking about. I had a dream that there was a grid that didn't seem to belong. Spirit was showing me what I am capable of, what the grid that I am capable of through my physical endurance and physical body, through the work I've done for the mind and the power of the soul, how much of this immediate landmass I can cover, so to speak. So when this grid that's no longer necessary is taken down, whether it's still up or not right now is for you to decide. When this grid is taken down, are you, my family, are you capable of maintaining your grid? This does not mean that you just go and do this right this moment. This does not mean that you just do this right after this video. I would make damn sure that you are capable of doing what is possible. This is not a form of bragging. This is not a form of anything. This is a form of, we need to remove the grid, which is no longer necessary, which is keeping certain forces of love away from this planet, and give access to these larger beings to actually touch down here and give them the ability to see, because there's this scrambled web that there's certain belief structures and things that are taking place on the planet where certain people are lost. So how much area can you cover, my family? Can you cover any area? Quite possibly. I'm just speaking to your souls. I'm speaking to my family right now. I'm speaking to the Donna Mary. I'm speaking to the Ashantara. We'll touch base on that later. Oh, the dragon princesses. You feel that? Ashantara? A word you've never heard before in this lifetime, but it sounds so familiar. Let's keep moving on. So anyways, these gods that were basically locked out because of a lie. The lie was one of the children of Cronus. Cronus is not Kronos, by the way. Kronos is time. These are completely separate deities, separate beings. I honestly don't even think there is a god for time. I think that it's actually just Kronos, and that's a story for another day. But anyways, he was told, and I found her, and many people were very nervous about what this was going to be. And I asked the questions, and I found the answers. And I know of all people, it was Hestia. Okay, so Hestia existed before being born of Cronus. And that name I'm still going to find. But to represent the home, to represent the hearth, to represent a lit fire in your fireplace and a happy home, what do we always talk about? If love is war, if pestilence is healing, if conquest is giving, if harmony is discord, if every one of the gods that we are in this archetypal distortion field that we call Earth, until we escape this multi-dimensional reality that some people feel so snuggly buggly to just exist in one dimension, which, my family, is full-blown illusions. Full-blown illusions, full-blown distortions, not trying to burst your bubble, or maybe I am, to free you from your own belief structures that are no longer serving you in this present moment. Welcome, Alexander Mazone, Galactic Tarot. So moving on from that moment, the forces that were disturbed, plain and simple, about what was to take place were lied to. Because like I was saying about Hestia, if Hestia represents the home and a lit fire, then she also represents basically not having a home and a fire that cannot be lit, a fireplace that is left cold and left with no coals, no wood, no fuel. And this is all connected to these olden structures, these olden structures of control. Who was controlling the grid? Heliod's light was controlling the grid. This was actually his job that he took. And Cronus was basically holding it up, holding it down on Uranus. Yes, on your anus. That is where Kronos was. They probably picked that name on purpose too. Anyways, moving on from there. These planets, from going from planet to planet to move closer to the sun, as all the planets move further away from the sun, this is a process of evolution. You know, looking at humanity as we evolved right here on this planet is just so silly. Can somebody show me in between the monkey and in between this? Can somebody show me anything in between? Because it doesn't exist. It's never fallen into any tar pits. There's just nothing to be shown, and it's like, prove me wrong. I would love to be proved wrong by the Smithsonian. Can I see something between this monkey man and this evolved man that is very much so from outer space, hopping from planet to planet? These aspects of self that are these phoenixes, this bird tribe, if you will, that from going through re-entry, this is why they look like dragons. This is where the feathers went. The feathers couldn't make the re-entry as they decided they wanted to basically deal with karma, as they decided they wanted to fall from grace because their services and their energy was needed here now. This is you, my family. This is us. That's why we're balancing so much stuff. That's why so many people are out there going cuckoo, cuckoo, because they don't realize who and what they are. Okay, so it's about this reclaiming of our power, plain and simple. It's more and more power, more and more energy that is coming to us every single day, and we're going to see more and more miracles every single day, and we're going to see more, destructive forces just crumble to the ground like the Georgia Guidestones. So, I think that's a good place to pause for now. I think we should get into the cards for the weekly reading, and then we'll be talking about all that epic Templar stuff. Sheesh! On the patreon.com Galactic Tower. Cody, are you here? Are you here? Look at me, Cody. Well, would you look at that, Cody? I made this for you, my brother, but I'm about to just Cody, I'm about to so much. Look at this too. This showed up right when I was on the phone with Joanne. Would you look at that? Oh God, they didn't even know what they had. They said it was an unknown crystal structure, unknown gemstone. Hold on, let me bust out my bag of beads. Let's have the gemstone guy here. Okay, all right. Gemstone form of emerald, unknown stone. Yeah, well, would you look at that? So yeah, please don't ask me. I want the emerald skull. That one's mine. I just wanted to say the miracle of, should I even go get the box? The box looks like somebody threw it in a lake for about 2 months and then left it in the sun for 1. This was supposed to show up so long ago. And I just knew it wasn't going to show up, and it literally showed up as the work was integrating with this whole like Templar thing. That's as much as I'll say. I will say some of the work that is taking place here on the planet is validated through certain physical things and certain shifts that take place in this physical moment. Things are showing up as miracles, as signs for your validation, my family. What else? Oh, no. Just one more thing, and then we'll drop the cards, I promise. Oh my God, alchemical gold. He did it. Now, if this was solid gold, I think that would cost, I don't know, probably $100,000. I'm not really sure, but I did it. Oh, he did it. Oh, that's the it feels so very good. So very good. Yes. Welcome to the future of crystal current jewelry. We've made gold, my family. What alchemists have tried for years. Pretty soon, this magnificent alloy will be on the website. You're going to have to obviously give me some time. This is like literally the shape right from the mold of this being cast. So very excited, so protected, so difficult to get in my hands. Nobody wanted to make this for us, my family, but I found somebody, and it's time. and it feels so good. So yes, I have gold. I have gold in my house. I love gold. Okay, so let's get on into the cards. Oh, the Saffron Don is back at it again. Mm, mm, mm. Oh. Right there, okay. Where you at, Cody? Cody, I'm about to scoop you. You're about to get scooped. Weekly reading. Ooh, back to school, back to school. Oh, okay, okay. That, my family, is a glorious, glorious week. All right, a glorious strong. Okay, interesting, interesting. Okay, so we see the Rainbow Bridge right here for Sunday today, all of Monday and halfway through Tuesday. This traveling, we see the boatman, we see the river of Styx being combined with this energy of us doing the work. When we do the work, we do the work for our family. When we do the work, we do the work for our loved ones. When we stack the energy, plain and simple, we can affect our entire reality matrix. It is your responsibility, my family, to be strong enough, at least, to be transmuting the karmas and or the stuff that your immediate bloodline and your DNA heritage has dealt with. That's just my personal opinion. If we don't like that, then yeah, so be it. But we have the power. I've seen these miracles in my own life. We can do things in this reality and basically stack up such a big bag of golden coins that we have so much dharma that we can do things for our family and the people that we hold near and dear. Can you do this for others around you? Of course you can. You can do this for people that you just kind of like. You can do this for people that you're like, man, I love you unconditionally, but stay over there. But I feel like it's our immediate responsibility to take care of our blood, our DNA, our family, the people that we hold the most near and dear. And this is showing up right here in the cards in the form of soul retrieval sessions that are done through this Rainbow Bridge, through this traveling of both of these worlds combining together to ascend, plain and simple. Oof, 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 oof. Middle of the week. I don't know if it gets better than that. I don't know if it gets better than a high angelic with the card that is the highest vibration of love in the entire arcana. So we see unconditional love. We see a very, very happy card that is one of those transformers. He looks very happy today, doesn't he? Right under this temperance card. Connie's card. Connie. Give her a round of applause, everybody. Okay, love you so much. So we see this unconditional love combined middle of the week, this loving work that we do, where we do more and more work to help more and more. And this leads us to the true bounty of what it is that we want to do that happens very quickly. There's something that comes in intuitively. There's something that comes in spiritually about what we want to do next. halfway through Thursday, all of Friday, and all of Saturday, we have the opportunity for something to boom, it pops in. It's up to you to be able to grasp what comes in through this channel, upload, download, whatever you call it. But there's something where schooling might be necessary, where learning might be necessary, where how do I do this thing that maybe I didn't always want to do, maybe you always did want to do, but something is going to shift spiritually that we need to learn about, and it happens fast. Because how else do we move forward with love? This is the message from Other Dimensional Versions, is moving forward with love. We see that the horse is starting to move. We see this card of holding love. The bottom of the deck, cloud cover, is soul retrieval, healing the gods, healing the angelics, healing everything that is us. Because a lot of present company included, for years I would just have my hand out. We just have our hand out. We call to this archangel, we call to this god, and we ask and we ask and we ask. And it wasn't until 2019 that I started calling the archangels, and they're like, yeah, what do you need? I'm here. And I'd be like, no, what do you need? What do you need? And they'd be like, huh? And I'd be like, no, like, is there anything I can do for you? People are always calling on you. I just called you here to see if there's anything I can help with, any sort of distortions or anything that really disturbs you that you would like my assistance with. Am I saying this to toot my own horn? No, I'm not. I'm saying this because I saw miracles after this work, and this work almost destroyed me, mind you. It was very difficult work that needed to get done for myself. I'm not saying you have to do this work. I'm telling you that this work is inevitable when you remain being beyond a good person, when you're a magnificent person, when you're a sovereign being. This will take place for your family. This will take place for your husbands, your wives, your girlfriends, your boyfriends, the people that are most important to you, that you remembered them from another lifetime. When you saw them, you were like, we didn't just become best friends, we were already best friends. How do I know you? You see this person and you just know them, my family. Whether they were family, or whether they were a friend, or whether they were somebody who became a friend or blossomed into a lover. Like I was saying, I feel these people, felt grateful to accept them, not as a responsibility, but as like I said, if I'm not helping them, then what is even the point of doing all this? If I'm not making sure that the people that I love the most, that were so important to my growth, and that helped me to get here to this point, to be that shoulder for them. And sometimes to be that shoulder for them, you got to let the weight go from your balloon. I've had much difficulty letting certain weights fall off of my balloon, but in actuality, what happened is while they fell, okay, and my balloon went higher, they ended up bouncing off the ground and actually coming to meet me where I floated up to. So to not have certain people that, basically what I'm saying is you can help from far, and you can help in different ways than enabling a drug addict, or enabling, and I don't actually mean a drug, I actually mean the drug of passive aggression, the drug of sadness, the drug of fear. You can help from afar, my family, through just balancing certain things that happen to be reoccurring patterns with your DNA, with your lovers, with your family, with your people that are most important to you. So, oof. How are we doing, family? How are you doing out there? I see a lot of people that seem to be, they're going through it. And what I'll say is this: it's pressure that turns coal into a diamond. It's pressure that turns iron into a ruby. And it's pressure that turns a dragon back into the phoenix, high seraphim that you all are watching this. I do not choose to walk in front of any of you. I want to walk side by side with all of you. This is not some sort of pissing contest. This is about us being these Tauruses that look like trees and spreading your roots through this planet. Because the further the roots go down, the further the branches go up. And that is the canopy. The canopy, my family. That is the light that it's just time. It's just time. Oh, we want the drum. They want the drum. Okay, then. We'll do a little bit of drum. And then what time is it? Oh, I gotta go make a shake. It's patron time. It's patron time. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Drum. Okay. Now that we've hugged the drum, I think it's time to call this YouTube a day. My family, much, much, much more to share and much to speak about with this hypnosis session, if you will call it that. So I believe that most likely I will be going live here on YouTube within the next few days. Let's not hold our breaths or push upon Alexander and say, where's the video? I believe it's going to happen. I need to sit with the information. I need to sit with everything and then we'll speak about it. Patrons, we'll have an extended version of this. Just, I don't even know. It can't really get much better. Maybe we can slap a couple victory cards on top of this because we are victorious, my family. We are here. It is our time. It's our time down here. A little Goonies shout out for you. Ooh. I love you from the bottom of my heart, the top of my heart, the front of my heart, the back of my heart, the diagonals. I love you. I love you guys. Thank you. Thank you for my life being able to be this. And your love, your support, I cherish you. Cheers. I'll see you so very soon. Patrons, I'll see you a little sooner. Love you, love you, love you, love you, love you.